think there is a lack of, I think there's a lack of understanding about what sectarianism is, but I also think that there's a lack of education, and there's also people who are unwilling to change their own attitudes, even though they might know it's wrong. They learn from families and people, things are passed down through generations. Lots of positive things, but also lots of negative things, and people hold on to beliefs that their family have. I think poverty is a huge issue, but I think that's across the board. Relates to crime, to abuse, domestic abuse, violence. I think a Scotland without sectarianism would be. That's a hard question. A Scotland without sectarianism would be a place where people feel confident enough to express their own views and own opinions, but also accept the responsibilities that go with them. You always hear about people having rights and having responsibilities, but I think it's really important that there are huge responsibilities. I think a Scotland without sectarianism would be somewhere where people can accept other people, but also are aware of their own responsibilities in relation to their beliefs and what they think about other people. I think we're on the right road to getting to be a Scotland without sectarianism. I think that we need to continue to educate people. I think there needs to be work. I think work with children and young people is the main way of tackling sectarianism. I think that lots and lots of people will maybe engage in discussion about sectarianism. Adults, would engage in discussion and would maybe change their beliefs a bit. But I think maybe that's a bit defeatist, actually, thinking, forget about them. I believe the children are the future. Yeah, I've experienced sectarianism a lot. Well, a couple of times really. I've experienced sectarianism when I was younger, and once kind of pretty recently actually. When I was younger, growing up, and I grew up in the Gorbals area in Glasgow on the south side, and went to a Catholic school. Went to a Catholic school in the Gorbals, and there was a huge rivalry between the Catholic school and the non-denominational school. We never had any sort of mixing, and I remember lunchtimes were a huge issue where if we were out at the same time as the other school, there would be fights and things like that, and people calling us names because of our religion, and vice versa, we would be calling them names.
Just one thing.
Education is key. No, I think that education is really important, and not just education in formal learning establishments like schools. I think it has to be across the board. I think youth workers, I think community workers, volunteers, churches, everywhere, people need to be educated and have confidence and the courage to talk about it. I think that's a huge thing. People need to be confident and courageous to actually bring the issues up.